You know that feeling when your mouth feels like it's bleeding? Yeah, I have that right now. Day one. Hey guys, it's Olivia and I'm back with another video. So if you guys are a recurring viewer of mine, then you know that I am a track athlete. Another thing that you may know is that I haven't worked out since the end of February because sports aren't really happening right now. So basically, I had my last track meet at the end of February, and then we were supposed to have a couple weeks break, and then we were going to come back for training for the outdoor season. Well, lo and behold, a couple weeks later, everything breaks out, and now track is canceled, right? And so I haven't worked out since February. I haven't done anything, okay? I haven't like done a sit up or a push up or lifted anything or run anywhere, and I am that is so strange for me. I've been playing sports since I was 6 years old. I don't think I've gone this long without doing physical activity. Like, this is so weird. And so I need to get back into the groove of things. So what am I going to do? As you read in the title, I am going to run a mile every day for 30 days. This isn't a challenge for me so much as like I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I do know that I'm going to be able to do it, but I just want something to gradually get me back into track. Like, as you guys know, I am a long jumper and triple jumper, and I used to be a sprinter, but then I kind of gave that up, right? So I've never been a long distance runner, but I do know that I can run a mile. I do know that I have the fitness to do that. And so it's not so much me challenging myself like, oh, let me see if I can do it because I pretty much know that I can. I'm just trying to get back into running. So since I can't do my actual event, which would be long jump and triple jump, because I don't have a runway or a pit, well, I have a track near me, so I'm just going to run on that track. So I know that 1 mile is 4 laps. So for the next 30 days, I'm going to go to a track and I'm going to run 4 laps. And I'm not doing this to see if I can improve a time or see if I'm going to lose weight or anything like that. I'm simply doing this to get back into running. That way, when I do get back on the track, I'm not like a major couch potato who takes 4 steps and is out of breath, right? So I'm not expecting the miles to be fast. I'm not trying to make them fast. I'm just trying to get them done because I need to get off my butt. Like, I don't think you understand how much Netflix I have watched. I binge watched 9 seasons of a show in 41 days, okay? Like, this show, each episode, 1 hour, there were over 100 episodes, and I watched the whole thing in over a month. Like, just over a month, okay? I haven't been doing anything, so I need to start doing some things. So, yeah, here are some pictures of me. I guess my before pictures, I took them about like 5 minutes ago. So that is what my body looks like before I start. And then I'll take some more pictures at the end and just like show you guys what it is, what changed, if anything changed. Also, I know I said I wasn't doing this to lose weight, but weight loss could happen. So this is how much I weigh currently. I haven't weighed myself yet, so I'll just put a picture on the screen. And so 30 days later, we will see what happens. So now I am going to go to the track, and for the next part of this video, you're just going to see time lapses of me running a mile every day for 30 days. That was horrible. I don't know if I can do this for 29 more days, but I'm going to. But I'm not gonna like it at all. I didn't think it was gonna be easy. I thought I'd be able to do it. And I did do it, that's just day one, but I did do it. But it's harder than I thought. I haven't run a mile in a while. That rhymed. It's harder than I thought. But it's because I've been sitting on my couch for 3 months. So, I'm sure it'll get easier as the month goes on. So I just finished my run for day one. I'm not gonna do a daily update for each day, but since this is the first day, I just wanted to talk about it. So I just finished day one. So I'm in my car right now. I drove to the track and then I ran around, and then I'm gonna drive back home because I figured I could walk over to the track or run over to the track, but then I figured I'd be dead after. So yeah, I decided to drive. So I just finished the mile for day one, and I didn't think it was gonna be easy. At the beginning of this video, I never said it was gonna be easy, but I did say that I thought I was gonna be able to do it. But it was admittedly a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know what time I did it in. I'll like put it on the screen or something. But yeah, like the inside of my mouth feels like it's bleeding. That's the feeling I used to get when I used to do cross country back in elementary school. And yeah, and I was spitting up a lot. And I figured you guys didn't want to see that, so I didn't film it. Like, I had a lot of phlegm, and I was like, and then I had to spit like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Like, it was not cute. And then I was like gargling water in my mouth because my water is cold, and so I just needed to get that like blood feeling out of my mouth. And I was gargling water and spitting it, and like right now I'm like coughing. And like, I don't know, I'm gonna finish the challenge, but it's honestly a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Like, it's not too time consuming. Like when I did the 30-day splits challenge, that was like half an hour of stretching every single day. So then that was time consuming. That was half an hour. And I didn't check the time for how long I ran today. Like, I'll just look at the footage and then see how long the footage is. But I would say it was like 10 or 11 minutes. So it's not too long. Like, I know that's not a fast mile by any means, but what I mean is it's like about, sorry, it's about the third of the time as my stretching splits challenge, right? So it's gonna take me less time each day to do this challenge, but it's a lot harder than just stretching. Like, wow, like sitting on my butt for 3 months really got to me. Like, I don't think it would have been easy regardless. Like, even people who like run 3Ks and stuff, like, miles aren't easy and they're not fun. Like, they're easier than your typical like marathon. Like, if you're a marathon runner, 1 mile is going to be a lot easier for you than it is for me, but it's not easy. I don't think there's anyone who's like, oh, that was an easy mile. Like, you're still going to be breathing heavy after that mile. I don't care who you are. So yeah, I never thought it was going to be easy, but it's harder than I thought. And I think me not doing any physical activity for 3 months definitely played a factor. I feel like if I went straight from my season into doing this 30-day mile challenge, sorry, oh gosh, I feel like if I went straight from competing competitively straight into doing this challenge, it would have been easier, and I wouldn't be coughing, and my eyes wouldn't be watering, and I wouldn't be like spitting up phlegm and stuff. Wow, this is really bad. But yeah, I think maybe I pushed myself a little too hard today because I feel like I did the first lap too fast because I thought that I'd be able to keep up that pace, which clearly I couldn't. Anyways, so yeah, I'll time lapse through the rest of them. I might do a halfway update like after day 15, tell you how I'm feeling, but right now after day 1, this challenge is kicking my butt. My hair is different than it was at the beginning of this video. So it is 14 days later. I started this on June 1st. It is currently June 15th. And so this is my halfway update. So you guys saw me after day 1, which was about a minute ago in video time. And I was literally dying. I was in my car. My mouth felt like it was bleeding. I was coughing. My eyes were tearing. Like, it wasn't cute, but I left it all in the video because I wanted, like, it was real. And so yeah, day 1 was an absolute mess. And now it is day 15. So I finished my run about 2 or 3 hours ago, and then I came home and then I was editing the footage for day 15 into the time lapse that you guys just saw. And so yeah, I did the run a few hours ago, and honestly, it is so much easier now. Like, I am running these miles in about 8.5 minutes. Like, today I did it in about 8 minutes and 22 seconds versus the first day when I did it in about 10 or 11 minutes. I've taken off 2 or 3 minutes, which is a lot in just 2 weeks. And so I also think it's a matter of learning how to pace myself. As I said, after day 1, I felt like I went off way too quick on the first lap. So then I was like dead for laps 2 through 4. So yeah, I think it's also a matter of learning to pace myself and all this other stuff. Like learning how to run a smart mile. Like sprinting out of the gate is not a smart way to start a mile, you know what I mean? So it's also learning how to run a longer race because I've never run long races. I'm currently a long jumper and triple jumper, former sprinter, so long distance has never really been my thing, so I don't know how to run long distance. So I'm learning how to run longer distances smarter, and so I'm able to keep like about a 2-minute pace per lap, right? So yeah, I'm learning my pacing. One thing that I mentioned after day 1 was when I was finished, I had to like and like spit. Yeah, it wasn't cute, and I didn't film it because I figured you guys wouldn't want to see it. But I still like spit every single time I finish running. I think it's just like you're breathing through your mouth for like 8 to 10 minutes, and then I don't know. For me, I have to spit after I run. I don't know if that's normal, but I do it and I'm fine. So yeah, that's still a thing that's happening. But honestly, the runs are getting easier. So if you're thinking about starting to run a mile and you're watching this video thinking, oh, well, you're already a track athlete, obviously it got easier. Anything that you do a lot will eventually get easier. You will eventually get better at it. Like, no, I'm never going to be a professional long distance runner, but my time is getting faster and I am getting better. Anything you do more, you will get better. So like, come on, you saw me after day 1. I was coughing up my lungs, okay? And now, honestly, after day 15, like today, I forgot my water at home. And I realized it before I did the run, and I was like, should I go home and get the water? And then I already had my camera and everything set up. I was like, you know what, whatever. And then I ran the mile, and I was fine. And then I just drove home and drank a glass of water. Like, honestly, I don't recommend not bringing water when you're gonna work out, but I'm just saying, like, if I had forgotten water on day one, you saw me, I would have literally died. But today I was just like, oh, it's fine, I'll drive 5 minutes home and I'll be fine in those 5 minutes. Like, honestly, it gets easier. Anything you do for a longer period of time, the easier it gets. So yeah, honestly and truly, I kind of look forward to doing my runs every day. Like, even though I'm not a long distance runner, I look forward to doing these miles. Like, I'm used to working out for like a minimum of 4 hours every single day. And now I'm only working out for like 8 to 10 minutes because that's how long it takes me to run the mile. But it just feels good to be back on the track. And something that I didn't say on day one, which I was like, Olivia, how did you forget to say that? It felt so good just to put on workout clothes again. Like, I don't think you understand. I didn't put on workout clothes for 3 months. Like, this feels right. Like, it just feels like, whoa, I am back. This is my attire. Like, legit. It felt like before I even ran, it felt good just to put the clothes on. Like, every single day when I get to put on athletic clothes and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna go like do like athletics today, it just makes me feel good before I even go out. Like, I honestly feel so good going for these runs every day. And even after the month, I might still go. I won't be filming it, but I might still go. That's if track doesn't start back. I don't know. And so on day one, I took some pictures of myself, and I just took some pictures of myself about 5 minutes ago, and I put on the same outfit so that you could see a true comparison. And so I'll put them side by side, and these are kind of my before and during pictures, I guess, because I'll take more pictures after day 30. And yeah, I don't know if I see a difference. I honestly don't, which is fine. And then as for my weight, on day one, I weighed 140.8 pounds. And about 5 minutes ago, I weighed myself and I was 141.2. So I gained 0.4 pounds, which I'm honestly okay with because, as I said, I wasn't doing this to lose weight. I was just doing this to get back on the track and to get my cardio going, which clearly you've seen my cardio is going and getting better. I went from about 10 or 11 minutes on day one to under 8.5 minutes today on day 15, only halfway through. So my main goal is being achieved. I am getting my cardio back up. And yeah, so recently I've always been between 138 and 142, and I'm still between those two numbers, so I'm honestly content with where that's at. But I just wanted to give you an update on that since I talked about it on day one. I thought it would be weird if I didn't talk about it on day 15. So the next clip will be the time lapse from days 16 to 30. So here we are at day 30. I have just pulled up to the track, and today I'm gonna try and see if I can make this my fastest mile. My current fastest mile, as you guys know from the time lapse you just saw, is 7 minutes and 45 seconds on day 27. And I know at the beginning of this video I said I wasn't doing this for time, and I'm not, but I just thought that to end off this ultimate challenge of doing a mile a day, that I might as well add a little extra challenge and see how fast I can do it. So today we're gonna try and beat 7 minutes and 45 seconds, and let's see if I can do it. Day 30. Done. Just finished the run for day 30. I don't know the time. As you guys know, I'm not timing myself. I'm just editing the footage, so I cut off the part before I start running, cut off the part after I finish, and then however long that middle part is, that's how long I ran for. So I don't actually know how fast I ran it. I'll find out when I'm editing this, but it felt good, it felt fast, and yeah, that's the end of the challenge, and I'll see you when I get back home for the final wrap up. So I am home now. It is actually a few hours from the last clip. I filmed the last clip at around 3:45 and it's currently around 9:30. So it's been about 6 hours since I filmed that last clip, and I've just been editing through the video, which you guys have already seen, and I'm very happy with the edit. So yeah, I was just editing the video before I filmed this ending scene. So yeah, I am very proud of myself. Like, as I said at the beginning, I knew I could do it, but I did it a lot better than I thought I would. Like, I thought, like, oh, I'll take off a few seconds each day, but I ended up taking off minutes. Like, I have it written down here on my phone. So day 1, it took me 9 minutes and 56 seconds. And then at the halfway point, on day 15, my fastest time was 8 minutes and 22 seconds, so I took off 1 minute and 34 seconds. Then today, I did it, which you guys already saw earlier because I edited it into the video, but I ran 7 minutes and 40 seconds today. So today was my fastest mile, which is what I wanted it to be. So that takes off an additional 42 seconds from day 15. So that's a total difference of 2 minutes and 16 seconds between day 1 and day 30, which is honestly crazy to me, and I'm so happy that I was able to do that. So yeah, at the beginning of the video, I put some pictures up showing my front, both sides, and my back, and then I did it at the halfway point, so I'm going to do it again, and then I'm going to put all 3 images side by side so that you can see if anything changed. Honestly and truly, I don't really see a difference, but maybe you do, but I just wanted to show you. Also, weight-wise, I just weighed myself about 5 minutes ago, and I was 139.2. So I started at 140.8 pounds, and at the halfway point, I actually went up in weight by 0.4 pounds to 141.2, and now I have gone down 2 pounds to 139.2. As I said in the halfway point, I've always been between 139 and 142, so this is just within my regular weight range. So I guess I'm glad that I'm at the lower end of that. I'm sure if I kept running, maybe my weight would go down, but yeah, I'm still running. I'm still very much a track athlete, but as of right now, track still hasn't returned yet. So I'm still going to try and run and do different exercises until track comes back, because I don't want like my competitive track to come back and then I'm like, running, what is that? I don't know her. When track comes back, I want to be ready for when track comes back. So yeah, that was my 30-day challenge. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I very much enjoyed making this video. After day 1, I was like, Olivia, what are you doing? But then as I started to run it, as I said at the halfway point, it just became easier and easier, and I started to look forward to doing my runs. And after about like day 3 or 4, I was sore, but I still went out and I ran. And then honestly, soreness who? Soreness what? Soreness where? I am not sore at all. I'm just running and I'm breaking a sweat, and it just feels good to be active again. So yeah, that is my 30-day challenge. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you think your friends will enjoy it, be sure to share it with them. All my social media links will be down below in case you want to follow me on there. Be sure to subscribe to my channel because I make new videos every Monday, and I'll see you next Monday with a new video.